Well, the first thing for me about actually officially redoing this project after 14 years is basically basically just telling the same story, but just redoing the artwork to my current standards. Now, back when I did the original Chase Hoodlands comic, it was all drawn in stick figures, and half of the artwork wasn't edited properly and or colored, and it just didn't really ultimately look that good. But I always liked the story, and throughout the years I've had a few attempts to modernize the series a bit more, and other versions of the character. But I found that the more I was sort of doing that, I was creating different versions of the character I didn't really like. Like, sometimes I felt the artwork was worse, or I tried to put too many things into the story, which made the story really confusing and didn't know which way things were going. But on a positive note, it did give me chances to play around with the art a lot and to eventually draw the character enough to get him to the way he is now, to the way I like how he is. So I wouldn't say it was all a waste of time, or just a lot of work wasted. Sometimes you got to work on something for years and years until you eventually get it right. And all the other versions you've done, you could consider them rough drafts until you get the one you really want and are really proud of done, and done correctly, the way it should be. And for me creating the original Chase Hoodlands comic, it's what started me in drawing comics in high school, and being able to start bringing my characters to life. So after Chase Hoodlands was done, that first Chase Hoodlands comic was done, I started creating other characters like Almighty Eye, which of course is now officially renamed the Eye, or I. And we've seen that character's growth throughout the years up to my current standard, where I like the character. And same thing, it took me years to work on it to get to that point. Same with any of the series that I'm currently working on. And creating series and comics and things, it's all, in a way, it's all trial and error. You learn more as you do it, and the more you also become a bit smarter as a person too, because sometimes you got to do a lot of research to create a comic, especially if you're doing science fiction or something like that. You got to sort of research a bit into the science way things are done in order to tell your science fiction story really well, depending on what it is you're doing in that story. Like if you're doing a sci-fi comic about a character who can completely break down people's molecules and and do things like that, you would need to do a lot of research on quantum mechanics and physics and things like that. And so in a way, you actually make yourself smarter